Crack Distributors Radio.
Crack Distributors Radio, you know we're back in the building, man. We got the crew at thenewpop.com, man. Yeah. I know their names, but I want them to introduce themselves, man. Let's go. Tone?
What's up?
That's Tone.
Texas.
Trevz.
Let's go, man.
We are
the New Pop. You know how it goes down, man. So if people need a little bit of background about what you guys doing and what you guys are doing with thenewpop.com, man, let them know what's going on, man. What are you guys up to right now, and just give them a little bit of background.
Came up with like a couple mottos, and one of them is like just to do good work. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like, amongst everything like that's going on, like just be good, just feel, just take like our personal lives, like our experiences as human beings, and translate that to the video and to the photos and to who we are. You know what I mean? So that's like been a big. We do some working on some very cool things right now. We just did the Wyclef thing, which was cool, and
really dope. I like that.
That was a real good one. Trev killed it on that. And, we're just trying to like keep
going.
Well, we're all from New York.
Yeah,
that's where we all are. It's our roots, and we love New York, and that's kind of the passion for just documenting different stories in the city.
Yeah,
you guys here. Documenting different stories in the city is kind of what it inspired us to go out.
Okay.
My background is I worked a lot on the web, and I worked in film, on music video shoots, etc.
Okay.
But I never shot myself. I never shot. I would work with people who shot.
Yeah.
And then I just decided one day, hey man, I just need to go out there and start shooting. And then I ran into Tone doing a project, a MySpace project.
Okay.
Me and Tone, we met up and we just linked up from there, and it was, just said we need to go out there and just shoot.
That's real.
Just evolved into what it is.
So what it's becoming right there.
And then we met Texas about a year after that. Yeah, Texas.
Yeah.
Hello. Yeah. My background, I went to school for a year and a half for photography, and then I dropped out.
Okay.
Most of everything that I know now is self-taught. Tone helps me out sometimes, Trevz helps me out, family. But yeah, I photographed my first party last year.
Wow.
Before that, I was not doing anything. I was just going to CBGBs for the last hardcore shows and photographing that, and then it closed down, and then New York kind of died.
Yeah. Within
that scene a little bit. So yeah, I photographed the FPC party. I met Tone. I knew Tone before that from MySpace.
Okay.
The devil. And I really loved his work, so it was good meeting him, and then I bumped into Trevz, and then we just all linked up. And then last year, July, they were like, yo, hop on. I'm like, okay.
No doubt.
It's dope working with them.
That's really what's dope. Up. So what are the future plans for New Pop? What's going on with
Taking over the world.
Taking over the world.
Just doing good stuff.
Yeah.
And good art. And remaining to be good people.
Okay.
Because people really get washed up, and they get grumpy, and they get like really just, we're really good people.
Their work takes over them.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's easy to get jaded doing what we do. One thing we take pride in is just we're regular folk,
Yeah,
There's a lot of people in this scene where, they give this aura of being better than the regular man. I'm not gonna say hi to you until you say hi first.
It could be.
I mean, that's like a big piece of it for us, is like breaking the rules.
Yeah.
But it's like, as a kid, I broke different rules. You know what I mean? And now, like, we're breaking rules that are like, New York, from my memories of New York City, were much more grimy.
Okay.
And as time has progressed, it seems like, and I'm going to be straight up about it, people from other places have come here. You know what I mean?
It's real.
And
That's real.
Plastic-fied it, whatever the word is. And
plastic-fied.
and that's not, I'm not saying people shouldn't come to New York, because I understand that.
Yeah.
But, like, it changed, you know what I mean? And so, like, what we're about is, like, the warmth, the edge, the realness. And we're not, like, hardcore people, but it's still, New York always had that realness, and that's what we were seeking, is, like, There's so much formulaic shit going on. It's almost like we're documenting our lives, really.
Yeah.
That's really what it's more about. It's like almost pretty selfish.
We kind of see.
Not
no,
selfish, but
I'm not gonna
selfish,
front. I kind of when I think when the audience and different people look at it, they kind of see like they're seeing through the eyes of one of you guys. So that's right. Now we got the new pop in the building. We just talked to them about the actual site and a little bit about their background, man. So I wanna kind of pick the site apart a little bit and ask you guys about some of the features that you've had on there. Let the people know about some of the movies and some of the content that they can expect when they go on the newpop.com.
Frenchie. This wouldn't really be a new pop interview without Frenchie. I think it's appropriate for you to talk about Frenchie, though.
Okay, pass the mic.
Shout out to Frenchie.
Frenchie!
All right.
Brooklyn.
Well, right now, what is it, 10? Frenchie's probably home now, but Frenchie's old. Shouldn't say old. Well, he's
Don't say old.
Young at heart.
Young at heart.
He's
young
old,
right here.
Old Spanish guy that runs this this old school weightlifted joint.
Wow.
In Williamsburg.
OAC, like.
So Frenchie's like one of those. It's a local guy, you know.
Okay.
And basically, the issue with that gym is that because of gentrification in Williamsburg, he's been going through like rents have been going up.
Wow.
And they trying to push everybody out. That's what's
crazy.
happening. And I went there and I just said I have to tell this story.
Yeah.
And that's the kind of thing we do. We see a story, and there's so many stories in New York. Make up the fabric
Of course.
New York. And it's not just about the scene. You know, the scene is there's a scene that's going on now that's also important. I think, in artistically, bands,
yeah.
people that's been on this show. I mean, that's important, but it's also important to keep it down with people like Frenchie. And yeah, so check it out. Check out the Frenchie episode.
That's crazy. I wanted to say too, that's what I kind of appreciate, because I mean, especially us who live in New York, I mean, like, it's other people in the states watching it and they're like, what are you guys talking about? But it's really important, especially in an area that's so diversified as this, that we see the scene and the parties, but we also get those stories. Like, I believe it was it New Design High School?
Yeah, New Design was another thing that we shout out to Vanessa, by the way, Vanessa Escamilla. She hooked us up with that. It's another story. Like, we're all about like New York, you know what I mean? And we definitely look for New York content. And New York, that was New Design High School is basically one floor of a school devoted to giving underprivileged kids like a chance to be artists and a chance to like basically like they get to tag up and bomb the roof, and they have like DJ classes and
wow.
graph classes and b-boying classes, and it's like it's hip hop culture in a school, you know what I mean? Yeah. And you know, most of these kids would be in trouble. So there's this group of people at NDHS, man, who are all artists, and they're all like real artists, like dope artists, and they all came together and they're making this happen. We found out we had the opportunity to help. I mean, we just jump all over that, you know what I mean? That's the type of stuff we're into, you know, helping out kids and art and music and, you know what I mean, New York, you know what I mean? That's what it was. So that's definitely a good episode to peep, as well as the Wyclef one.
Okay.
You know, Wyclef one was, and I'm gonna bring it up because like Trev and I discussed the Wyclef piece, because like we realized that like we don't want to, you know, it's important that new pop feels like it stays true to the roots, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so when we were gonna cover Wyclef, we were like, yo, can we really do this? Like, how is this gonna affect us? You know what I mean?
And you guys really got in depth, which I like. You asked a lot of great questions, you know what I'm saying? So that was really dope.
Well, that's what we wanted to do. We wanted to really like everyone has a story that another man can identify with.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And another woman as well can identify with. You know what I mean? So with Wyclef, it was like, you know, Trev and I have like our own internal battles, and Texas has the same battles with us. You know what I mean? And it's like, and it has to do with like staying true to art, but also figuring out how to make money. You know,
yeah, that's
the reality is,
of
you gotta feed yourself.
We can attest.
Yes.
Crack Distributors.
You know what I mean? Yes. Yeah. So how do you do those two things? So we were like, yo, we have this opportunity to talk to Wyclef now, who does a lot of help.
Yeah.
He helps a lot of people in Haiti and all over the world.
Yeah.
So he's got this righteous side to him. So we were like, yo, like, let's talk to him about his struggle and about like him keeping himself inspired and like, you know what I mean, and those things, because everyone can identify. It doesn't matter who you are. You know?
Crack Distributors Radio.